What's up, everybody? Want to give an update on the single TBI swap on the 83 Trans Am. The last video I did, I was talking about getting rid of the Crossfire for now because of basically some worn out linkage that I'm still trying to find some replacement parts for. And like I said previously, I can't find anybody willing to basically part out a Crossfire setup. They're on eBay. You know, I'm not spending $400 for basically two throttle bodies, which is all I need. So like I said, I decided to go with a single throttle body setup for now, and I wanted to give a little bit of time driving it before I gave an accurate update on it. So basically, I've been driving the car for the last few weeks. The swap itself took me roughly, I don't know, half a day on one day, half a day on another day, you know, a few hours at a time. It's a simple swap. Everything, like I said, everything wiring wise, nothing had to be modified. The only thing I did have to do was I had to change the plug, the pigtail on the throttle position sensor, and lengthen it from the driver's side to the passenger side, which is where the TPS is on the single throttle body. The idle air control harness, all that stuff worked, you know, plugged right in. The other one I have taped up in the harness, the other plug for the second idle air controller from the Crossfire. Same map sensor. I'm eventually, probably, depending on what I do, even if I go back to the Crossfire, I'm going to relocate the map sensor, which is located over there in the corner of the engine compartment. I'm going to locate that on the 88 to 92 throttle body cars. The map sensor was mounted right here. So I might move it over there just to, you know, basically run a vacuum line that's maybe a quarter of the length of this one. I don't have any issues with throttle response or anything like that. I mean, the thing is unbelievable. I mean, it runs absolutely unbelievable. It runs better than the Crossfire ever did. I hate to say that because I like the Crossfire for nostalgia's sake, for rarity, for, you know, just being unique in general. But like I said, drivability wise, fuel economy wise, horsepower wise, this single throttle body as it sits would run circles around even the Renegade that I had on here. I'm running the same ignition timing. I did make the fuel pressure regulator on this single throttle body adjustable, and I made a tool to adjust it. And right now I've got it set at 12 pounds, which it seems to run absolutely perfect at that. Like I said, instant throttle response. The gas mileage, I just drove it up here, you know, in Phoenix. I drove it roughly about 200 miles round trip. I took a little trip up to the mountains last week with it, and, you know, 75, 80 miles an hour. I'm actually averaging with it on the freeway. Granted, let me take that back. 80 miles an hour, no matter what you're driving, it's not going to get the greatest gas mileage. But at normal freeway speed, 65, 70. Closest I can tell from my calculations, because I did fill it back up, I'm averaging about 26 miles per gallon with it on the freeway. Something the Crossfire did not do. City mileage, I'm up to about 18, 19 miles per gallon. And that, again, that's with 373s. Shorty headers, Edelbrock shorty headers, you know, they're 25-year-old headers, and a 3-inch full exhaust, catback, everything. Still the same 8746 ECM. Nothing changed with that. And like I said, it runs absolutely beautiful. I'll start it up here. And I mean, it's just, it runs, it's beautiful. Got a little belt squeal, but yeah, I mean, it runs absolutely beautiful. So what I'm eventually going to do is, there's some things that I'm not super happy with, you know, at this point, but like I said, it is a I guess, work in progress, so to speak. Mechanically, it is done, but cosmetically, I want to do some things to it. You know, like I said, I cleaned the wiring up as best as I could. I mean, the original Crossfire fuel pump or fuel filter is still in place. I made a new, you know, all the lines, the fuel lines, the supply line and return line are you know, they're steel lines. There's no rubber hoses or anything like that clamped in there. You know, I cleaned up the wiring as best I could for now. What I am going to do is on the 83 and 84 Trans Ams with both the LG4 and the L69 came with a functional air induction unit and air cleaner, just like the Crossfire did, the 82 and 83 Crossfires. These things used to be falling out of trees, you know. I mean, I've thrown them away, you know, years ago because nobody wanted them. So that's my next thing, is I'm going to get rid of this open element air cleaner. That's just a temporary thing to get the car back on the road. And I'm going to, you know, eventually I'm going to try and hunt down, you know, an original single snorkel air cleaner with the functional lid and then the functional air induction unit. So what I did is I removed, you know, for you third gen, you know, Trans Am guys, I removed the, you know, the air induction unit that mounted and sealed to the Crossfire air cleaner. And, so I just made this little plate out of a sheet of aluminum just to keep the insulation from falling down. I left the little rain trough on there, so the water, you know, that does come in through the scoop doesn't pool up too much on the intake manifold. That is a factory piece, you know, for both Crossfire and carbureted F bodies. Like I said, the car, throttle response wise, drivability wise, it runs smoother. Gas mileage, like I said, is just, it's not even comparable really to the Crossfire. I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. But then again, you know, these cars, you know, these 88 to 92 throttle body cars, even back in the day, I mean, they would touch 30 miles per gallon on the freeway, you know, if they're geared right, and that's stock. That's not talking with, you know, freer flow and exhaust, you know, with headers and a catback and stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff helps, anything to improve the efficiency of it. So I mean, you know, like I said, other than that, everything, you know, everything went right together. I don't even have a day, you know, a total day of working on this. I tried cleaning it up as best I could. Like you know, a lot of the stuff's in different locations, like the supply line, the vacuum supply line for the brake booster usually goes into the back of the manifold, you know, toward the distributor on a Crossfire. This one, I just took a piece of 3/8 aluminum line and kind of just, you know, half-assed put it in place and everything to hook it up. What else? Same thermostat housing, I use that from the Crossfire. Same coolant temperature sensor. Everything else is, you know, like I said, it all bolted together fine. I did have to change the upper alternator bracket, which I had another one, you know, from a carbureted car. That all worked fine. So, you know, like I said, if anybody, I know this is a kind of a popular thing even on the Corvettes. People, I mean, this has been going on for 20 years, people that want to get rid of the Crossfire, and, you know, most people end up putting a carburetor on it and stuff like that. But I mean, I figure I already have, you know, the car's already fuel injected, it's set up for it. And, you know, I had all the throttle body stuff, so I threw it on there. I did have to change the TV cable to the trans, and I did have to change the accelerator cable. So that, like I said, I got I just went to the junkyard, I pulled a TV cable, it was like $4, and I had a carbureted throttle cable, you know, and that all worked fine. But I just want to give an update. I wanted to give a true update because I know I talked about doing this in the last video, and, you know, I wanted to give an accurate update and not just, you know, make a video 10 minutes after I fire the car up. So, like I said, it's so far I've put about, I don't even know, maybe 450 miles on this as it is, since I did the swap. And, you know, my main thing was basically drivability, because I was fighting issues with the Crossfire as far as the worn linkage and stuff like that. And the, you know, whatever clown bushed the throttle bodies and basically destroyed them. They're useless to me. And, you know, so like I said, I'm on the hunt now for, I mean, if I can get a complete Crossfire setup, intake manifold, and throttle bodies, you know, I'll take it. But I'm not paying $400 for something that, you know, 99% of people, you know, throw in the garbage can. You know, it's funny how the prices go up when all of a sudden when somebody knows you're looking for something. And, you know, if that's the case, I'll keep the single throttle body on it. And I mean, the car runs beautiful. Once it's warmed up and it's in closed loop, it idles at about 550 RPMs. With the AC on, you can't even feel it run. I don't have any stumbles or shakes anymore, anything like that. And, you know, so far, like I said, I've got, I mean, I don't have 50 bucks into the whole swap, you know, so I just want to, again, give an update. And if anybody has any questions, if anybody's considering doing this at any point, you know, getting rid of the Crossfire and, you know, debating on going to a carburetor, you know, give this some consideration, because like I said, even junkyards, I don't know, you know, I mean, even out here in Phoenix, you know, these junkyards are littered with these late 80s, early 90s trucks, and all of that stuff will swap right onto a, you know, a Corvette, Camaro, or a Firebird. So, you know, if you guys got any questions or anything like that, you know, leave a comment, you know, subscribe, whatever, because, you know, like I said, it's, eventually the Crossfire will end up back on here, but for now, you know, I'm pretty happy with this, and, you know, the car's running great. So more videos to come.